Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of Tips and Tricks for The Witcher 3. Let's get started with some fist fighting. Now, as you probably know, any potion effects will be stripped from you as soon as you start the fight, and that includes decoctions. But what you can use is food and drink. And the interesting thing about this is that it will last for the whole fight. It's like time freezes, so you get the regeneration effect for the whole fight, which is a real bonus. The other thing you can do if you're having trouble with a particular fight is that you can stack alchemy skills to pump up your vitality. Because you can't use signs and armor isn't a factor because you're stripped to the waist. So you can take out your sign abilities and take out your blue mutagen and put, say, like a survival instinct, which increases your vitality by 500, and another green mutagen to just give you a little bit more. Once I find the green mutagen, would be nice if they looked a little bit more sort of distinguishable. Where is it? It's getting embarrassing. There it is, okay. So that's almost 1,000 vitality that you've added, which is going to make you a lot more durable. And pop your food and drink. Ideally you want something like cow's milk or goat's milk, because it gives you you know that it's going to last till you get to the fight, and it gives you a decent health boost. So you can see there the food is stuck with 7 seconds left, and the drink is stuck at 27 seconds. So, yeah. I guess it could be considered an exploit, but because it's a single player game, it's up to you whether you use it or not, so it really does help out with those messy fights. This next one is definitely an exploit, so if you don't like that sort of thing, skip it. I had to resort to this when I needed 5 Neca hearts and I couldn't get them to drop, even from the Neca warriors. Basically what it is when you loot a monster nest, if you leave one item in there and then meditate for a couple of hours, the other items will respawn and you can keep looting nests indefinitely, really. I guess it's a bit like killing cows except with monster ingredients, or monster nest drops. So there you can see the nest is full again. Yes, it's an exploit, but desperate times. Something that's really useful if you're clearing out a monster nest on an island or just a generally crowded island is that if you go back into the water, the monsters will de-aggro and they'll just basically ignore you. So once I hit the water, he just runs off to do something else. Even though they're drowners, which you would think wouldn't mind following me into the water, it just completely de-aggros them. So you can pick them off one at a time. Obviously this island wasn't particularly crowded, but it is very useful for crowded islands. And lastly, let's look at one of my favourite things, and that is overpowered bombs. Well, maybe not overpowered, but very powerful. And I'm talking about, of course, Dancing Star. Admittedly, this is the superior version that I'm using. Those foglets you can see are level 26. I was about level 18, I think, at this time, and this is on Blood and Broken Bones difficulty. And look at the damage. It's doing a massive amount of damage. And another couple of things that make Dancing Star so effective is that, first of all, while they're on fire, those monsters are just standing there going, I'm on fire, help me, stop, drop and roll. But of course they don't stop, drop and roll because they haven't been taught that. And the other thing is that even if you don't hit all the monsters, ones that aren't on fire, if they get close enough to ones that are on fire, will then also catch on fire and take massive damage. It's pretty awesome. Now, even though formula locations are random, you can buy the basic bombs from this herbalist who is just northeast of Oxenfurt. If you want to go through the city, you'll need a pass, but actually I don't see why you couldn't just go around the city, swim across the river. And as you can see in a moment, once we get past this dialogue, he'll tell you the basic bombs, and I believe there is another herbalist in Skellige, I think, who sells more advanced versions, but that will get you started. There we go, Dancing Star, lovely. I'll just show you what the damage is like from the basic version of this bomb. It's not as impressive, but still effective. The only time when Dancing Star isn't really effective is against things like gargoyles or elementals. And obviously especially against a fire elemental, because that would just be stupid. Hope this helped. Have fun in game.